All right, today I'm talking about motivation. So, we often hear people say that they lack motivation or they need motivation or they look up these motivational speeches to try to garner some sense of motivation to try to get them to do the thing that they put off. In my opinion, motivation is all just bullshit, to be honest with you. Like, there are things that motivate me, but I'm not constantly searching for motivation. I'm not only going to do the thing if I have motivation. Regardless of if I am motivated or not, I'm going to do what I know I need to do. But so many people use motivation as like this excuse. They use motivation as a leverage tactic against themselves. They say that they aren't motivated so that they can be comfortable with being comfortable, right? Because they can't be comfortable with uncomfortable situations. They can't be comfortable with putting themselves through uncomfortable situations that force growth. So rather, they find comfort in saying that they're not motivated and that they lack motivation because they can tell themselves, okay, when I feel motivated next week, I can go and do the thing. But this week I'm not motivated, so this week I'm not going to do it. And look, I've said before, rest is very important. It is. But there's a big difference here. So I think that motivation should not come from somebody yelling at you through TikTok. It should not come from these motivational speeches. Like, yes, there are some great speeches, some great motivation. I listen to that type of stuff all the time, but that's not what I need to listen to in order to get myself up out of bed and to go do the thing that I know that I have to do, right? So motivation is great and it's very powerful. Like, motivational content is great and very powerful. But your motivation needs to come from within. It needs to come from you and you only. Because if you constantly need to rely on other people in order to get motivation, then you are not going to get to the place that you want to get to. You guys might hear my clock, I just realized, because I hear it ticking and I keep hearing it in the back of my head, but whatever, just ignore that. This is going to be quick. But, so your motivation needs to come from you. It needs to come from yourself. It needs to come from within. And the only way to get to that point, I think that there are two ways to garner your own sense of motivation. Number one is you're doing something that you actually love and actually enjoy. I love going to the gym and I greatly enjoy it. That's why I'm always motivated to go. There's days when I go there and I don't feel good. Probably 20-30% of the time that I lift, I don't feel the best, but I go in and do it. And then on those days, when I feel at 90, 100%, I kill my workout every time. I mean, regardless of how I feel, I'm going to be honest, I usually do kill my workout. But those days when I feel great, I go in there and I kill it. I'm not more motivated, I just feel different. Both times, whether I feel 20% or whether I feel 100%, I'm motivated to go in there both times. My performance might not be the same, but I'm motivated because I love it, because I enjoy it, because it's what I want to do. I'm not trying to get myself to do something that I hate. I'm getting myself to do something that I love. So I'm always motivated to go. So I think that you need to find out what it is that you love. And the only way to do that is through experimentation. It's through trying things out. It's through failure. It's through learning, right? If you go out and start doing new things, you're going to learn what you like and what you don't like, right? I started running this year and at first I didn't like running and then I started to do it and now I like it a lot. So now I get motivated to go out there and run, but I actually enjoy it. If I hated it, I wouldn't be able to get that motivation inside me to go up and do it. And there are times when I run and I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel the best, but I'm motivated from within because it's something that I enjoy and something that I want to get better at. So you need to find out what it is that you enjoy and what it is that you want to get better at. And that will give you some type of motivation. The second place where motivation can come from is regret. Well, future regret. So if you look at your life in 20 years, say, all right, I'm having trouble thinking of an example, I'm not going to lie, but motivation can come from regret because say you're picking up extra shifts at work, right? And in the current moment, you don't want to do it. But if you look at yourself in the future, even just a couple months in the future, you may regret not working extra for a couple of weeks to set yourself up for the future. So your motivation can come from being uncomfortable in the present moment in order to earn, buy, and deserve your comfort later on, and work towards that comfort later on. So in the future, you don't want to be uncomfortable because you refuse to put in the work because of a lack of motivation. I hope this is kind of making sense. I know it's all over the place, but whatever. What are you going to do? So when I get motivation by thinking of me in the future. I don't want to be the person that skips my workouts because I know that my workouts today are going to benefit me in the future. I don't want to be the person that skips shifts at work, and when somebody asks me to cover for them, I say no, because in the future, that future version of myself is a better version of myself because I picked up those extra shifts, because I made more money, because I was able to put more money towards investments, because I was able to help build my future, not only for me, but for my family one day, right? So I don't want to look back with regret. So sometimes a motivating factor for me is thinking about future regrets that I may have. Regrets from not working hard enough in the gym, not eating good, not working a lot, not saving, not investing. Right? So motivation comes from within. It comes from the idea of your future life, the idea of the life that you want. It comes from I don't know. Damn it. It comes from, I keep messing up. Motivation comes from doing the stuff that you enjoy doing. It comes from doing what you want to do. It comes from wanting to get better at something and actually enjoying what you are doing, actually loving your craft. That's what's going to motivate you. And you will also be motivated by regret. So you need to find out, okay, here's kind of what I'm trying to get at. So you need to find out what type of life you want to live. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to live? What do you want to have? How much money do you want to make? How many vacations do you want to go on? What do you want your house to look like? What do you want your family to look like? What cars do you want to drive? What clothes do you want to wear? Right? You need to think of all that. And the regret that you will feel if you do not achieve that is what is going to motivate you. Boom. All right, if anybody watched this entire video, I just want to say that every time that I film a YouTube video, I try to take it in one take, unless it's something where I'm going in different locations, going to the gym, whatever. But when I set up the camera and I just talk to it, I try to do it all in one take. So that's why I was messing up and just left it all in there. There's a YouTuber I watch called Jack Hopkins, and he talks about being one take Tony. So just setting up the camera and just talking, just let your mind go. So sometimes when I make mistakes like that, I cut them out, but this time I decided to leave them all in. All right, so your motivation is going to come from regret, and it's going to come from doing the things that you love doing, but it's only going to come from inside of you. All right, so stay motivated, achieve your goals. Peace.